Canadians. That's a pretty cool nugget right there. I like the way that looks. I mean, you can see. This is one of my favorite parts. Picking out the bigger gold. Release what some of the guys in the game call VG. Probably hear my son in the background. He's playing Oculus. Sword fighting right now, I think. Or Gorilla Tag is the latest hype. Yeah, sounds like Gorilla Tag. And put that stuff through it, and then obviously I'm gonna add this stuff to it after I pan this stuff out. But yeah, this is really fun. I don't see any VG. That does not mean it's not in here though. So here's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put this back in here. I've got a funnel somewhere. Where do I have funnels? Our house is a mess right now. We have been moving what would be my mother and father-in-law's house into our house. They passed away back in December and January, and 23 days apart. And so my garage is full of furniture and stuff from their house. Our basement's full of it. Our spare bedrooms are full of it. Our house is full. Our basement's full. And our house is the most cluttered mess that we've ever had. And I apologize. So, nonetheless, let me find the funnel. I mean, you can see right there. That's just two little scoops right there. And if that doesn't excite you, then we can't be friends. And look at there, you got a piece of gold floating right there. And it all spurs from that. You know, you got to make sure you've got enough dish soap, or jet dry is what a lot of guys use. I don't currently have any jet dry right now. But yeah, that's the first one. We got some pretty stuff. You can hear my old hound dog walking around. Need to trim her toenails again. Got 3 hounds in this house, 2 beagles and a blue tick. And nope, the only thing they hunt is crackers out of the couch. we go. We got that first little bit up in there. And get the rest of this sand out of here. Now I've got a magnet here somewhere that I use for this. Let me go find my magnet for you and I'll do this other. Got some nice gold coming through there. I've almost got all the dirt. Just roll this back just a little bit for y'all to see. It's pretty cool. I like it. Got it. There's all of that one. Now we'll do my new pan real quick. Get this lighter sand, dirt off of here. Goes pretty quick when you get just a little bit more better at it. I am by no means a professional. I am what you call an enthusiast. Now, if you happen to get a new pan like this, you want to make sure that you season it. And what that means is you want to rough it up. You want to use it. You want to break it in where you get all those oils and stuff that come in this plastic. Get all those oils away. That way it doesn't affect your gold panning, because it will have an effect on it. If you got any questions on how to do that, just look through Shane Klesh's videos. He'll teach you everything you need to know. There's a lot of good guys out there on the internet. but there's some bad ones out there too. So do your homework before you go to just buying this and that everywhere. You see, I didn't even turn it back. You can see a little bit of gold in that one. I didn't even have to hardly pan it back. It's already there for you to see. Alright, snuffer this up. We can do the pebbles. I recommend this. Highly recommend you do this. You never know. Never know what's going to be stuck in this bag. I like to do this with mine. That's how we do that. Now just a little quick panning first and foremost. There's some gemstones in here. Not sure what that's called, but it's a gemstone. I think that's maybe aquamarine. Look at there. One little bitty tiny piece of gold in there. That's pretty cool. One little piece of gold in there. Always make sure that you guys pan your rocks out. Especially if you're a bit OCD like me. I mean, I think I am. I could be wrong about that, but it's a little bitty tiny piece right there. Get a little water in there. She has been snuffed. All right. That has got all of that. All right, now, sort of the final saying things. Here's the lid full of the pickers. I'm a little apprehensive about putting them in this wet pan with my snuffer, so let me do this so you can get a better idea. Okay, yeah. So Shane sent me a sticker. There's your little pickers or pokers or whatever. That's a really cool one right there. That's a really cool one right there. That's like the type of gold that they talk about that comes right off of the source. That little piece right there, it's feather, looks like a feather. Anyway, add that stuff to some that I already have. I've got just a little bit going. I did have a lot more, but I gave some away to a little boy that I know. Not my son. He's another kid who is living let's just say he's in a life situation that's pretty hard. He's a troubled young man, and he's got people who take care of him that love him and everything, but he's rough around the edges kind of kid. But he found out that I like doing this type of thing, and he said he'd never seen gold like that, and so I gave him I had a vial like this that was half full. I gave it to him, just because I wish somebody would have done that to me when I was growing up as a troubled kid. But nonetheless, this is the start to my gold. Put the lid on that before I knock it off of the table. But we'll do the snuffer dump for you. Here's everything that I panned out. I don't think that's half bad. Do y'all? I had some real fine gold left in this thing from the previous panning that I did. I bought one of Shane Klesh's famous. I bought one of his famous like multi-bags where I got like all 5 of his bags, and I thought that was pretty fun. Had a lot of fun with that stuff. Me and my son spent what felt like days panning it, because some of that stuff that he has it's like the real deal, you know, pretty There we go. Look at that. That's one way to get it out of there. That's pretty cool. It took us a while because we had like the beach sand one that we had to go through, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, there's what would be the smaller stuff that was in that. Now obviously I'll dry this out, and what I do is I've got a dryer, that one of those hand dryers that you can use, but I used one time and I melted my plate, and then I like actually melted the gold to the pan, so I'm in no rush. So what I do is I just pour the water off of it and I let it sit under these lights, and it dries out overnight, and then I'll take and get this magnetics up and go through that whole process. And yeah, Shane Klesh. Thanks again, buddy. You're the man.